All right, let's get it. Contrary to popular belief, immigrants are not taking your job. Automation is what's really taking your job. What is automation? Automation is the technology by which a process or procedure is performed with minimal human assistance. Back in the 1920s, central electric power stations were the first to start implementing a form of automation. But even before then, there was a famous folk tale about John Henry and his hammer versus the steam powered drill. Great story. You should look it up. And I'm not talking about the Terry Crews movie. Let's take a look at some common jobs that have been affected by automation. And I'm not even going to touch on the manufacturing sector. That may be a topic for a different video. Remember when telephone operators were actually people? Remember when you called a business or organization and you spoke to someone as opposed to the automated prompt? How many jobs do you think were lost due to this development? Remember when you had to go to the bank and fill out a withdrawal slip to get your money? Some of you may be too young to remember a world without ATMs, automatic teller machines. How many jobs do you think were lost because of that development? How many jobs became obsolete? Have you ever used the self-checkout line at your local retailer or grocery store? That also used to be someone's job. Do you shop online? So do I. Does that mean that we support cutting retail jobs? Indirectly, we do. And I get it. It's convenient. It's so easy to click and wait on that purchase to arrive in the mail or what have you. As online shopping popularity grows, the retail workforce shrinks. Like I stated previously, there are many more jobs/industries that have been affected by automation. This video would be 2 hours long if I listed them all. It would also be boring and redundant. My question is, why isn't this discussed when most media outlets talk about the economy? Why is it hardly ever discussed as a reason for unemployment? I'll tell you why. It's because corporations don't want to be seen as the real villain. That's why I'm not getting technical and citing a bunch of data and percentages in this video. There is research that says automation is and will further negatively impact the workforce. And on the flip side, there are reports that say the negative impact will be minimal. Corporations pay for such reports. They want you to be confused. They want to present an alternative point of view. If you're saying, why would they do that? What do they gain? It's the same answer I provided in my Numbers Do Live video, which you should watch if you haven't already. The answer is money. They will regurgitate words like efficiency and productivity. Some may even try to convince you that it's for your own benefit. But the truth is this: machines don't need health insurance or Social Security benefits, nor do they call in sick or get regulated by the Department of Labor. Nor do they ask for raises, and so on and so on. In the end, it's just more profitable for big business. So why doesn't the media report this? Advertisements. If corporations don't buy ad space, media outlets don't function. So who gets to play the role of the villain? Immigrants. And in America's case, Latin immigrants. You rarely hear anyone complain about European immigrants or Asian immigrants, at least before COVID-19. Not counting the Muslim ban, you really don't hear any complaints about Middle Eastern countries either, do you? But you hear so much about caravans and that they're taking your jobs and all of that kind of rhetoric. Why? Someone has to be the bad guy. According to a Forbes study published in 2017, these are the top jobs occupied by Latin migrants. Graders and sorters of agricultural products. Personal appearance workers, beauticians, etc. Construction workers and machine operators. Apparel makers and sewers. Maids and house cleaners. Gardeners and landscapers. And finally, drivers and chauffeurs. So if you're a skilled laborer, meaning your job requires special training or some type of certification, chances are your job isn't at risk because of a Latin migrant. Oh, and if you're thinking undocumented migrants are taking your jobs, then that employer is to blame just as much as that individual, because that means they would have to get paid under the table, and that's an unlawful act. So why does this matter to me? Am I Latin? Nope. Is my wife Latin? Nope. My closest friends are not Latin either. So why should I care? Maybe I'm just a do-gooder. Maybe I'm a rebel in search of a cause. Maybe I was taught not to overlook wrongdoing, regardless if it impacts me directly or indirectly. So why do I make these videos? What's my MO? Do I just like to hear myself speak? Maybe. Do I think my point of view is right and everyone else is wrong? No, I'm not that arrogant. In fact, I'm not telling you to agree or disagree with me. My goal is to start a conversation. I want you all to ask questions. Research and challenge the status quo. Don't just accept the popular narrative. Outro. So if you like the way I think, hop over to my Patreon page. It's only $1.50 per download. Perhaps I've been misstating saying join. $1.50 gets you a story of your choosing and is yours to keep forever. The link is in the description box below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't get FOMO on all future videos. I promise I have some fun, light-hearted topics coming. I plan on doing a video about Star Wars. I plan on doing a video about Marvel because I'm a huge nerd. And I also plan on doing a fun video about Michael Jackson and Prince. Just keep watching. So that's all I have for this one. Thanks for your time. Peace.